What is up, live? Truth and Transparency. Welcome to tonight's Sunsets. Oh boy. Hold on. Oh boy. Sorry, hold on one second, guys. All right, we should be good. All right, again, guys, welcome. Ooh, that's on delay. All right. Did it. Welcome. Special guest here, guys. Give it up for Deanna. She is here. She is my special guest. Deanna, how are you? So say hello to Deanna, guys. She is my special guest. There you go. We're trying something that we've never tried before, so bear with us. Deanna does run one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Beaver County social media, I guess you could say site, platform, out of Facebook. So I know that she's been on my cover before, but never on the channel, so she's here. So I'm going to try to talk slow so she can understand me. But yeah, I've never done this before, so I'm gonna try. But Kimmy, hello to chat. Kimmy rushed all the way from Ohio to be here, so that's kind of cool. Again, give everybody a nice warm welcome. I got my son playing with my dog, with his dog. So, again, never done this before. Real quick, gonna add this to stream. Ty
This
Law.
is a preview file. For example use only.
Darrell Rivas. Also home to corruption, crime, unsolved homicides, drugs.
This is a preview file. For example use only.
And betrayal. 9,000 people ask themselves daily, what are the secrets of Aliquipple, Pennsylvania? Sunset Secrets Season 3. Rachel Del Tondo, unsolved homicide. Sheldon Jeter Jr. framed. Tyreek Pugh. Jamie Brown, wrongfully convicted. Officer James Nime. Are all of these related in Aliquipple, Pennsylvania? Join me, Season 3, Sunset Secrets. Whoops. Yep, you couldn't hear me. Whoops. You bet you can now, though. Again, my question is, the first thing I want to ask Deanna is what made you want to start a Facebook group? Why? Why did you start a Facebook group? She's going to answer it. And again, remember that Deanna is, she's deaf, so she does everything through sign. She has, I'm sure, equipment that she uses, but today we're going to do just old-fashioned. So there we go. So Deanna says that the reason that she started a Facebook group was she was calling out someone in other groups because it had a favoritism, and she was tired of being invisible. So she decided to make a group herself, and treat everyone the same no matter what. No favoritism. And it's kind of like, justice is supposed to be blind and not have, you're not supposed to favor anybody. It is what it is. So I can get down with that, These are things that she's put out before. She never thought it would get this big, her platform. And everybody knows how Facebook, there it is. Everybody knows how Facebook goes with the rumors and in your groups and stuff like that. There's no way to police 50,000 people. I mean, it's 50,000 people. 50,000, right? 50,000. 50,000. Beaver County. It's a lot. So me and Deanna here, we have like a similar story with, I know that John Paul has made his way to both of us. It must be a sexy girl thing. So she just wanted people to be able to speak out and not be ignored like she always was. I give her props. I mean, this definitely isn't easy to do. So to run a social media site, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's hard enough to do it with everything that I have, but to not be able to hear. So, oh yeah, he will never stop. Yes. Yes. But you came out on top. I mean, you still have your site. Did he try to buy it? Did he try to buy your site or Facebook group? Just curious. No? Did it push people away? Yeah. Yep. You're not crazy. I'm crazy too, so it's all good. We're crazy over here, so we'll deal with it. Have you ever been in Facebook jail? Facebook jail? Ever been? I've been in Facebook jail once. I think one time. So, all right. Do you cover true crime? I think that they can just post anything though, so I think she can just post whatever. But I'm interested to hear. So again, guys, this is Deanna Romigh. She has the biggest, largest social media platform in all of Beaver, more so than the Beaver Countyan. This is her. And she has, like I said, the Beaver County News Alert. I used to, but haven't been for 2 years. Good job, because I was trying to save my group. Yeah, I mean, I know the feeling. Facebook had a lot of rules and others will try to report or shut me down. Yeah. It's kind of like getting false strikes on YouTube. So absolutely. No, I have not. No, I haven't covered a true crime case yet, but I want to make sure it's all facts and true before I do. Then I realize it was a lot of work, but I'll get there one day soon. Yes. Well, I have a good friend that does websites, and this is what I was talking to you about. I want to help you get a good website, so I'm going to get you in touch with a person that I know. I think that will help. He's very talented, and when I say he's very, very talented, and I would like to see that for you. But cool. So let's ask crazy questions like favorite place to eat. Where's your favorite place to eat? In Beaver. Favorite place to eat. What do you say? I would say in Beaver, I would go to the Grumpy Beeve. Yes. No, actually, in Beaver County, my favorite place to eat when I'm in town, I would say at one of my girlfriend's houses. Oh, Top of Ninth. It's so yummy. Never been there. I gotta go. I dig the wings at I think it's Firehouse wings. They're pretty bomb. I know, isn't she just adorable? She is. She's a sweetheart. Bert's okay. But Deanna says right here, oh, Top of Ninth. It's so yummy. I'm gonna have to go there. So I've never been there. That's Teddy saying she agrees. Did Jax go upstairs? Let's see. Next crazy question would be favorite vacation. I want to know about the crazy stuff. Favorite vacation. So, if I was going to pick my favorite vacation, I think people have a lot to do with it. So whoever I was going on a vacation with that I enjoyed. So, Deanna here gets to be on her first true crime talking point. Miami it is. So Florida, beautiful. Let's see, the last question we'll ask before we do a little bit of Gilliam's case here, which is hopefully because of Deanna, you're here, as well as Gilliam's case. Let's see. I'm going to have to ask this. Okay, there you go. Has JP ever interviewed you one-on-one? The answer is going to be no. I know it. I'm just curious. Lots to say. Never interviews properly, though. Let's see. It's nice to see that he's writing again, though. He's probably like, these trolls are crazy. And it's going to be on the news at 11 here. Well, we'll see how accurate they are, because I know I am. Come here, baby girl. Come on, over here. Come on. This is Teddy. I shaved her. Look at her. It's going to be on the news. Hi, baby. No, I never knew he existed till he joined the group, special, and asked members to go to him if they have any issues with you. And I was like, who are you? If he didn't do that and be nice, then, I mean, yeah, wow. I'd supporting him, so I don't know what his issue is. He said I was a YouTube conspiracy theorist. I don't know either. I guess we just can't have our opinions, and we can't have our educated opinions based on evidence. But, well, I think it's because we're girls. I think if we were boys, it'd be different. That's just my take, Some people just, they treat girls differently. All right. So we're going to put my lovely conversation here with Deanna on hold. And I am going to talk about what is going on in Aliquippa here. So we can, let's see. Everybody knows that Sunset Secrets has featured, oh wait, hold on. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit that button. Sorry. Let me just make sure that Deanna knows this. Sunset Secrets. Hold on. So she should be able to see that. This is like a new thing for me, man. She sees Teddy. Oh, yeah. Aw. She just loves you, baby. Yeah. Come here, Ham. She's a little crazy girl. It's time for bed. So cute. Oh, yeah. Teddy's a sweetheart. Teddy's the best. Yeah. They say I treat my dog bad. Not a lot of talk on the book about this today either. Okay, so case talk. We're juice fans over here. All right. So just you could just hit the. You can stay on camera. It's up to you. So I just hit. If you hit the person button. Oh wait. No wait. I didn't want to do that. Oh wait. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on though. Okay. So you are in the backstage. I'm just teaching her some stuff. All right, yeah, that was a first for me. So, oh, Boston, get off my puppy ways, girl. All right, guys, I'm gonna bring Deanna back up here. She can go up there, baby doll. She just wants to lay with you. You think she's okay? Okay, baby. Okay, that's fine. All right, guys, Savante Gilliam. This has been 6 years in the making. June 2016. It was actually June 1st, 2016. Police got a phone call, and basically bright and early, almost 6 a.m. There was a black male on the side of the street close to the sidewalk, and a black male, and what looked to be, they said that there was like one shell casing, looked to be wounds in the back of his neck, possibly his face, basically pronounced dead when the police arrived. And they processed the scene for 3 hours. So, 1 second. So they processed the scene for 3 hours. Hello there, Kim and Crafton. Good to see you. Again, 2016. This is when, basically, if you guys can recall, Rachel Altondo's alive. Everybody's alive. And it's June 2016, which is just a couple months after the car incident with Sheldon and Rachel, because that happened in February of 2016. So just putting things in perspective for the viewers with the Sunset Secrets. So 2016, June 1st. Now, all the information that basically Aliquippa has known, the police department has known, surrounding law enforcement agencies have known, they've had this information literally since 2016. Sunset Secrets came out and started talking about everything Aliquippa in May of 2021. Throughout the past year, Savante Gilliam's case has been spoken about. There's been a release and leak of tapes that I've played that have centered around police officers, the DA, obviously homicides being covered up, homicides not being properly investigated. And the question is, why? For example, when they went ahead and released this, probable cause, the affidavit for the arrest warrant, it was released today. I know that a month ago, it was like the 6th of June, 2nd of June. They made some little blurb in Beaver County of that they were really close to breaking this case, breaking this case wide open. With that being said, I'm going to read a couple of things off to you guys. And then I'm going to tell you about what nobody else is going to tell you about, which is what's going on in Aliquippa. Again, hello to all the live chatters. This is what they've reported, just so you guys can see it. I don't know what the heck this is doing.
Hey ladies, we are giving out free Dove samples. Just fill out our quick 2-minute survey and we'll ship it right to your door.
What brought this case to a closure after 6 years was able to use modern technology to help us better locate information regarding vehicle location and telephone location. And also we had a confidential informant give us an updated statement this week.
Here's a man charged and still at large, Brandon Rivas. He's wanted in the June 1st, 2016 killing of Javante Gilliam, who was shot in the back of the head. The biggest breakthrough in the case is the confidential informant. That person told investigators in just the past week that Rivas had admitted to the killing years ago. The DA suggests this motive.
Mr. Rivas and Mr. Gilliam were working together on a series of bank robberies in the Hopewell, Aliquippa area at the time. Mr. Rivas may have thought that Mr. Gilliam, the victim, was cooperating with police.
Again, Rivas is still not in custody. The DA says if you have any information about his whereabouts, to contact Aliquippa Police or the Beaver County 911 Center. In Beaver County, outside Aliquippa Police Headquarters, Bob Mayo, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Okay. Now it's Lana's turn. All right, so what you guys see there is that was their press release, press breaking information and everything that goes with it. But I'm also going to include the written work of our Aliquippa police officers. So here we go. First of all, they were offering $10,000 for any information in the Gilliam case. This was back a couple months ago, number one. Number two, they're still asking for information on the whereabouts of this, at-large alleged, killer. And anybody with information can call the Aliquippa Police Department or the Beaver County 911 Center. Beaver County Detective is the one that released and wrote the affidavit of probable cause for the filing of the charges of criminal homicide. Again, this is Brandon Rivas, and this is what they are saying, went down, and their reason for issuing a warrant for his arrest for criminal homicide of Savante Gilliam. Again, this happened in 2016, June 1st, 2016, at 5:45 in the morning. Officers from the Aliquippa Police Department were dispatched to McMinn Street. Again, that's in the city of Aliquippa. Like I said, there was a black male laying on the ground off to the side of the road by the what you would say like a sidewalk. They identified the deceased male as Savante Gilliam. He was 28 at the time. What they saw was a wound to the back of the head, possibly to the face, and then there was a shell casing, a single shell casing. Also, there was his cell phone. His cell phone was there, or a cell phone. After the scene was processed, then, which took about 3 hours, they then went to make a notification and to conduct an interview with Savante Gilliam's girlfriend, Kayla. Kayla stated that Gilliam had been getting his hair cut that night at the residence of Dwight Hines. Again, this is all happening in Aliquippa. And that after leaving the residence with Robert Robertson and Brandon Rivas, that Kayla stated that she contacted Gilliam by cell phone. So she called up his cell phone between, she said, about midnight, 12:30, and spoke with him. And she stated that Gilliam advised that, hey, I'm going to go with Brandon to the Pittsburgh casino, and that he's driving my vehicle, which was a rental. He was renting a car from Avis at the time, and it was a Ford Taurus. But before they were going to head out, they were dropping off a buddy, Robert Robertson. So they drop him off at the Main Street bar And then again, they were going to be then heading to the Pittsburgh casino. His girlfriend wasn't very happy about that and said, hey, I want you, just come, why don't you just come home? After talking to his girlfriend, just moments later, not that long later, police conducted a phone interview with Brandon Rivas. And he said that he was with Gilliam until about 12:30. However, he was dropped off by Gilliam at the residence of his girlfriend. So he's saying that Gilliam dropped him off at his residence where he lived with his girlfriend. A subsequent interview with, then, it would be Brandon's girlfriend. She confirmed that Brandon was dropped off at about 12:30. A little bit later, about 2 to 3 hours later, they located Gilliam's rental in front of Irwin Street, again in the city of Aliquippa. They got the vehicle, obviously they processed it, and then it wasn't until, so that all happened on June 1st, then just 2 days later on June 3rd, after processing the vehicle, they submitted everything to the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab for prints. And there was 2 hits. And those hits were Brandon Rivas and then another man, John Abe Mara. So there were 2 prints in the vehicle. Brandon, and John. Going back to June 1st in the afternoon, the coroner did a report and conducted, at the time, to determine that Gilliam died of 1 gunshot wound to the head. The wound was coming from the back, so it was at an upward angle. He was basically shot in the back, like a coward. Okay? And it was the thing that interests me and should interest you, is that it was at an upward angle. Okay, an upward angle, indicating possibly that the shooter was shorter than the victim. A forensic examination of the bullet and the recovered shell casing, they concluded that the bullet was that of a .40 caliber, 10 millimeter. Basically, it was that of a Glock. Let's see, then June 4th, so then basically 3 days after the homicide, the team of investigators interviewed Dan Costo. Dan Costo. Now, my question is why did they interview Dan? Well, we'll get to that. He was interviewed, and he said, hey, about a month ago, like the beginning of May, about, May 9th, May 10th, he was asked to meet Brandon Rivas, who indicated to Dan that they needed to talk. Rivas stated to Dan Costo that he believed that Gilliam was cooperating with law enforcement. Again, against the interest of Rivas. Dan also stated that he observed Rivas carrying a black handgun. And that Rivas said that it was a .40. During the course of this investigation, it was discovered that they believed that Gilliam was suspected to be involved in a bunch of the bank robberies that had been going on in 2015 and 2016, which I'll get to. As a result, a search warrant was executed at the residence of Gilliam back in December 1st of 2015. That would be exactly about 6 months prior to his death. 6 months. Okay. So remember, like, when Rachel Altondo's paperwork got leaked, and same with Sheldon's, and it was then like 6 months later, what happened? She was murdered. So Savante Gilliam, there was a search warrant executed at his home on December 1st of 2015. And then literally 6 months later, he's murdered. The search warrant yields several items. It was clothes and a weapon believed to be utilized in those bank heists, robberies. The bag allegedly was tagged and associated with Brandon Rivas. So think about when you leave a bag over your friend's house. And it had an identification mark that it was somebody else's bag. After receiving calls and doing everything that you're supposed to be doing with the data of the two phones, of Brandon's and of Gilliam's, one of the special agents concluded that the handsets utilized by both Brandon and Gilliam were in the vicinity of each other during the time of the homicide. And I believe that is what DA Lozier is referring to about this new digital way of being able to, without this new enhanced way of being able to find out, who killed who. They're relying on this new age technology. Again, they're basically saying that both of these people's cell phones were in the vicinity of each other during the homicide. And furthermore, all Brandon Rivas kept on saying was that he was with his girlfriend. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. That is their investigation. Well, when I had a couple sources here with this case, and we see and we hear the name John. Well, who's John? What do you mean his fingerprints were on the vehicle? You have Brandon's. Okay, you're talking about Brandon. Well, who's this John guy? And then you're talking about these banks being robbed. Well, why would Brandon have anything to do with caring about what Gilliam's talking about if he's going to turn on the other people that were in the bank heists, in the robberies, which came out to be Pope and Bridges, who were indicted in 2016 and then sentenced in 2017 and then 2020 sentenced. So one was sentenced a hell of a lot earlier than the other. And I'll bring those up so you guys can see. Let's see here. I mean, at the end of the day, basically, why was Savante Gilliam murdered? And what the DA is basically saying here, listen again, it's really important. They are saying to us that,
She's worked every election since 1954, but
That's
now
it.
of her Salesboro woman.
Hey ladies, we are giving out free Dove samples. Just fill out our quick 2-minute. Hey ladies, we are giving out free Dove samples. Just fill out our quick 2-minute survey and we'll ship it right to your door.
What brought this case to a closure after 6 years was able to use modern technology to help us better locate information regarding vehicle location and telephone location. And also we had a...
So basically, we didn't have that capability in 2016. We needed better location and technology. Well, my sources say that everything was handed on a silver platter to the district attorney and that this was buried. And I started doing lives and I started including things that were going on in the Gilliam case.
Confidential informant give us an updated...
And now all of a sudden, a confidential informant wants to come forward 6 years later and say that, well, Brandon told me that he did all of this. Brandon told me that he did all this. He told me that he did all this 6 years ago. Well, again, who is this person? Why are they saying this? Why are they coming forward 6 years later? I think that's also, that's sus. So let's go back to the whole Gilliam thing with 2015 and 2016 with these bank robberies. So when we pull these up, all right, this is the most recent one here. Again, this was Thursday, March 12, 2020. A resident of Aliquippa has been sentenced in federal court to more than 15 years. And that would be Tyler Bridges. Again, one of the people that was in the bank robbery. According to information presented to the court on February 12, 2016. Okay, that would be, obviously Gilliam's alive there, February 12, 2016. He's not dead until June 1st. On February 12, 2016, Bridges used a firearm to rob a bank in Ambridge, which is right across the bridge in Aliquippa. And they, based on this robbery of more than $1,500. 4 days later, on February 16th, Bridges and Pope used firearms to rob a different bank, which is just down the road at Swickley, and that was $3,500. During both robberies, Bridges had climbed over the teller. Again, one of them stated at the time that they were an overseas star basketball player, and that was the Pope kid. He actually played at Seton Hall, then went overseas and played. And he's 6'9". Bridges was arrested after law enforcement found evidence of the robberies, including guns, money, and items of clothing. But the issue is here for me is this is 2020. This happened in, 2016, just months before, Gilliam would be murdered. And the other person involved was this Pope kid. So you got Pope and you got Bridges. And then what allegedly I think they're going to try to say is that he was maybe the driver of a getaway car. So I want to pull up one other thing so you could see this.
were here at Aliquippa Police just getting ready to talk with them about.
News has surveillance video of a possible serial bank robber. Police want your help finding this suspect. And as we were investigating the story, another bank was robbed. Channel 11's Amy Marcinkowitz joins us live with the push to find this man. Amy?
That's right, Peggy. We were here at Aliquippa Police just getting ready to talk with them about their 2 recent bank robberies. When the call came in, there was another one. It's frightening to watch a man, his face wrapped up like a mummy, barges into West Aircom Credit Union, brandishing a gun and demanding quick cash. Customers in shock. The bank teller hands it over and the bad guy's gone. 2 weeks later, the same bank, the same cashier, but now a man in a skeleton mask runs in, points a gun, and takes from the bank again.
As soon as he entered, he actually jumped over the counter, brandished a firearm at the teller. In all instances, the tellers have been ordered to give me the money quickly, and then the robberies usually.
This is Pudik. We'll get to him. My sources say that Pudik buried this murder investigation on Savante Gilliam. That he helped bury it, like meaning to not solve it.
Are over in less than a minute or two.
As we were in Aliquippa covering these 2 bank robberies, another one happened and we followed police to First National Bank. Police and canines canvassed the area, but the suspect got away. Police worked quickly to give us these surveillance photos of the latest suspect. You can see that his face is covered by a ski mask, and again, there's a gun involved. Police don't know if the 3 robberies are related, but are treating them as separate events. And officers have a message to the suspects.
We've partnered with federal authorities. We've partnered with crime solvers. It's only a matter of time until they get themselves caught or someone they know turns them in.
And we are told that Crime Solvers is offering a substantial reward for anyone who gives information that leads to an arrest. Police continue to investigate. Reporting live in Aliquippa, Amy Marcinkowitz, Channel 11 News.
Hyundai Tucson versus Honda CR-V. Look what Tucson has and what CR-V doesn't.
Okay, so that was in again, that was in 2015. And well, what ended up happening from it? Well, they're going to say that. I'm going to go and show you guys something. All right, so again, remember these names. I want you to remember, you got Brandon and, well, I guess we should say like Rivas and Bridges. I'm sorry, not Brandon. Gosh. Pope and Bridges, gosh. That's who they're basically saying is involved in these bank robberies. Because then I'm going to show you guys another indictment here. Hold on one second. There we go. Let me share this with you. A former and Western Pennsylvania high school basketball star whose legal troubles likely kept him from the NBA will appear before a federal judge in Pittsburgh. Herbert Pope. Okay. So we're going to pull up. That's what all this is about. Hell of an athlete. Pope faces up to 25 years in prison on the most serious charge he faces, armed bank robbery. Again, this was the date here, May 26th, 2016. May 26th, 2016. June 1st, 2016, Gilliam murdered. Okay? But something isn't adding up, right? Because if they got Pope, okay, and they got Bridges, and there was 3 of them, and if the other person was Gilliam, and they're basically saying that Gilliam rolled on basically Pope and Bridges, okay? Well, if he was the one to roll, and he's dead June 1st, then how's that work? If he was how testifying how he's dead. Look at those dates. This is an article from May 26, 2016. Literally a week before he's murdered, which is Gilliam, right? So, who's John and who's Brandon? Because why would Brandon kill anybody? In 2016, friend Federal got robbed by Mike David. Huh, that's an interesting last name. So I'm going to read you guys off one more thing, and then I'm going to tell you a little something. All right, again, former Seton Hall star conviction. He pleaded guilty Thursday in U.S. District Court to a series of charges that included armed bank robbery and could be sentenced to nearly 10 years in prison. Pope has had a troubled life. Blah, 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 blah. So he pleaded guilty. So you got both of these guys going to prison, but the thing that's weird is that one's going in 2020 and the other one went in 2017, so it was 3 years apart. Yeah, Pudick did change his name. So again, it begs me to ask the question of, I'm just curious, why was John ever questioned in this? I'm curious what made them just go straight to, Brandon versus you're not even going to talk to John. He's nowhere to be found in anything. I mean, is he the person that, is testifying, or is he the, but allegedly they're saying that Brandon, who Brandon and Gilliam were very, very close friends, like very, very close friends. And my source says that Brandon was paid $25,000 to commit this homicide. That's what my sources say, that $25,000 was paid out. But something that doesn't add up for me, which is, he's dead 6 days after, news articles are coming out and people are starting to, be arrested for these bank robberies. In 2015, they searched his home, though, 6 months prior to. Why wasn't Gilliam arrested? Aliquippa works, a lot slower, I guess, but they went to Gilliam's home. They, had a search warrant in 2000, like I said, 6 months prior to, and then he's dead. He's murdered. But that was just 6 days after, people are going to start getting arrested for these bank robberies. But why Brandon? Brandon didn't have anything to do with these bank robberies. Like, doesn't it make more sense if it was someone like the people that were involved in the bank robberies to be like, okay, you're going to keep your mouth shut, and then they don't. And then that's who's, I guess you could say has a motive to kill, or is money a motive to kill in Aliquippa? Or is it something completely different that Gilliam was talking to people about? Kind of like there was a grand jury going on. So, but allegedly, they're saying that Brandon Rivas took $1,500 off of Gilliam after shooting him and took him for $1,500. So you guys think that Brandon Rivas killed Gilliam for $1,500? I mean, I don't. You have to understand that they're really close friends, very close friends. What else was going on? Let's see what else is going on in the world. Who's John? You guys think it's weird that there's these fingerprints in a vehicle, and it comes back that Brandon and John's fingerprints. Well, who's this John guy? Well, come to find out, he's a big, what you would consider, I shouldn't say big, but at the time, he's pushing drugs. Like that's his rap sheet is drugs, trafficking and shit like that. Possession with the intent to sell. And, and then look at him. Look at John. John pleaded out to a, 2 months in April. In April, John gets popped, with the intent to sell, driving a vehicle around, and gets popped with, they're going to hit you with everything that they can, whatever's going to stick. But he pleaded out, and that was 2 months before Gilliam was murdered. And his prints are in this vehicle. So who's this John guy? Why was there no talks about him? Just curious. And what does Brandon have a fight in this? He calls up Dan Costo. You know who Dan Costo is? Well, He's somebody's right-hand man. Really good friend. Of Frank Atropa. Do I think that Frank Atropa's robbing banks? No, I don't think he has anything to do with... I mean, who's robbing banks for like $2,000? I mean, I guess that's... I would never rob a bank for $2,000. I know that on the first one, I think they got like 11,000. So maybe they thought it was just going to always be like that. But, you know, risk to reward. But I guess they're just not thinking like that. I don't know. But, again, where do these names just come up? Why would somebody kill their best friend or one of their best friends? Again, my sources say that this was buried. And the guy that you just saw, Pudik, buried it, had hands in burying it. But now where's Brandon? Like, if you're getting close to solving a case, aren't you going to, like, keep an eye on somebody that you think that is the guilty party? Maybe. Now it's a manhunt, I guess that's what they're saying. I don't believe it's a manhunt, but if you're working an investigation like this, I'm just shocked that you would be keeping an eye on people that you have, quote unquote, you know, on your radar. Ooh. So. They had all this information in 2016. Literally within days of the murder. So why would it take 6 years that you say that all of a sudden we have all this new technology and it's going to be able to let us do this, this, and this? Oh, but we also have now a confidential informant that's going to tell us he said that he did this. Well, that happened with the Jamie Brown case. And Jamie Brown didn't kill anybody. So we're back to 2001 in Aliquippa. Solid. Not saying that Brandon is not guilty. Not saying that Brandon is innocent. I'm just simply saying that I don't buy it. That you didn't have all the stuff that you needed to make an arrest back in 2016 because you did. But this got buried. So why all of a sudden is this now coming to a forefront? And why are they offering $10,000 just a couple months ago? Did it have anything to do with the tapes I released 3 months ago, 6 months ago? And all of the footage that I have continued in my bankroll of people that have been doing stuff. Just curious. But their story is that, hey, Savante Gilliam was a CI and that it had to do with bank robberies and that's why he was murdered. That's going to be their story. So we'll see how that plays out. Just curious. Just like all of you guys, I'm curious how that's going to play out. I just don't know who wouldn't keep an eye on somebody if, you know, they're a main. I just want to know why this confidential informant would come forward 6 years later. Were they scared for their life before? They thought that this person was going to kill them. Are they getting a deal? Are they getting a deal? You know, I think all of that plays in. So, remember Kirkland He was a confidential informant. He walked on basically like a pedophile case, but just to say, hey, you're going to say that you saw Jamie Brown when he's coming up the hill. Okay, that's great. I would agree, Terry. I would agree. They just need to start doing the right thing. So. I wonder if they have people in Florida looking for Brandon. If they have people in Florida, because that's what I would be looking for Brandon. I'd be looking for him in Florida. I wouldn't be looking for him in PA. I'd be in Florida. That's just me, though. Any questions? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I know that a lot of people probably haven't been following this case. But this is a guy that won and achieved a Purple Heart. So I think that law enforcement, I mean, just like James Nye was a police officer, they should go above and beyond to find out what happened, what truly happened to their own. Get a Purple Heart recipient. I know that when he came back from that, I mean, that's going to be difficult for anybody. I have a lot of sympathy and empathy and compassion for people that go and fight for us. And to come back to civilian life, I wouldn't think it'd be easy. But just, 6 years. And I was told this case was served on a silver platter to find, that they knew who did this and why. And now all of a sudden 6 years and we're here. Well, okay, I just hope it's legit. And I hope that the other person in the vehicle, that their prints were, their prints put them in that vehicle. I think it's actually crazy in Aliquippa. Everybody has rental cars. Same thing with Jamie Brown. It was all rental. He had a rental. Two Sweet had a rental. Everybody has rental cars. But after being there now, it's like a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the airport and pick up a rental. I swear to God, it's a thing though. And hey, it is. It's great. I love Aliquippa. I do. So I just don't buy that that press release. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. So that's my opinion. And I'm just exercising my First Amendment rights. Do you know how tall Gilliam was and how tall Rivas is? I don't know those figures offhand, but I do know that Gilliam is taller than Rivas. Like I said, they were really close friends. I think it's really interesting on who talked to the police in June to say, oh yeah, I talked to Brandon on the 5th of May. Because I've always been told that people don't talk to the police in Beaver and in Aliquippa especially. So, interesting. But I hope that for Gilliam's family that this can bring closure or lead to that. I know that they've been wanting answers for 6 years. I just know that a lot of things began with this unsolved homicide. And I think it had more to do with other things than just a bank robbery. That's just me, though. Yeah, but Terry, I definitely know that Gilliam is taller. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. You be safe out on these YouTube streets. Any other questions or comments that you want to say, jump in here. I want to remind everybody about the, there's other things that happened in 2016. That's what news just said. What did the news just say? Also, just because if Brandon took off, that doesn't mean that he's guilty. I think he knows how the town works when you're a black man in Beaver County. You're going away to prison. That's what he knows. Black men don't get acquitted in Beaver. It's sad, but it's true. I'm just kind of surprised if they had been working on this, like they say that they have, that they would have had their eye on this person and that they wouldn't be at large. So my question is do you think that he was hired? Do you think that Brandon was hired to kill Gilliam? That's my question. Do you guys think that? So. Aw. Everybody loves Deanna. There you go. Look at that. I mean, why, I don't know. I don't think that I'd be able to. I mean, he was shot in the back, though. Well, in the head, but from the back. I guess I'll just leave us with a little bit of a tape. That was supposed to be for 1 week, and it's been longer. So I guess I'll leave us with a little bit of some footage for you guys. Here you go. But okay, so my question is he's with the, isn't he was he ever with Alcoa and then he went
yes,
to?
Then he went to the county detective.
Gotcha.
Back in the 90s. Actually, I heard Alcoa was about to fire him. And then he immediately got that job up there. I don't know if
Because they do fucked up shit.
Yeah. So there was drug bust and shit.
I forgot I have to shut this off, otherwise they were doing okay.
Yeah.
So they were hitting wrong houses on
No. It was hitting the right house. Cleared out. The night before,
So
So they're getting tipped off.
He would get tipped off. Witnesses would tell me, oh, I seen Tippy out there.
Yeah.
Hour later, in and out. People was just coming getting shit. When the fucking state police and everybody went to go bust.
Yeah. And then it'd be, so he was basically doing what Frank and Trophy Static was doing back in the day. He just leaking stuff with
the drug dealer, but it just ain't that person. It's damn near the whole apartment. Damn near. Couch was one of the dirtiest motherfuckers.
Who is?
Couch.
Oh yeah. Okay, so obviously.
No, I was told that Frankie to do that work for Frank.
Was it Dennis?
Yes. Asbestos. Matt told me that. You know, Matt's a big fucking.
I think it was Matt.
To the city. Couch said, I was still letting you. You let me do it. The one shut the fuck up. Next thing you know, Couch gets everything he wants. His lawsuit, his fucking retirement, retired as the chief, all that shit.
And what is Couch doing now?
He works at Lowe's. You don't have to though.
He just,
something to do with working at Lowe's.
Motherfucker, I'm telling you, he knows.
How can you first be involved in getting an officer killed? Couch. Do all this fucking grimy shit. Then threaten another officer's life. Just because he's doing his job. But then you couldn't do that, so then you get these false fucking charges put on you. Like, what kind of man are you? And he likes ruining people's lives. He said he wanted to do this one cop. I want him to lose everything, his family, his house, blah, blah, blah. I want to see him suffer. Like, what the fuck kind of...
Who the fuck says that?
Right. He said, that's what I'm saying, man. It's fucked up.
But what did this cop even do to merit that type of...
He was fucking paying Couch's ass, too. But he was an idiot, but still. Couch hated him. Hated that motherfucker.
Did he ruin him?
Yeah. The dude actually fucking ruined himself, but was just helped Couch out, you know what I'm saying, to get him fired. So that's another thing. Like guys like C-Lock, all the guys down there, they would come crying to me. Hell, man, don't let him fuck me, don't let him fuck me. And I'm like, look, man, I'm thinking about just quitting and fucking getting a job. No, don't, you can't leave. You're like the shield. You block all the dicks. You're you're something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty much that I'm their savior. You know what I mean? But then when the bullshit happened to me, because they all knew what I was doing, they was helping me with some of the investigation. When this bullshit happened to me, shit, I got all their knives in my back. Okay, we got him out the way. I'm going to be the chief. I'm going to be the chief. I'm going to be the chief. I want this. I want that. Now we can do whatever. Mistreat people. Don't go on calls. You know what I mean? It's a fucking circus. It's a circus.
Because no one's holding anybody accountable.
Nobody. The chief right now, they was gonna fire him like 5 fucking times. I saved his ass. Then, a month or 2 before they made him the fucking chief, they was gonna fire him. The dude calls off constantly. He was all the time extending his weekends, his long weekends, his vacations, all that. To this day, the motherfucker don't work Fridays and Mondays. And when he works Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, most of the time it's not even a half a day.
What?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's the same motherfucker that said, I don't give a fuck about these people. They're just a paycheck to me. DeWan makes this motherfucker the chief. You know what I mean? Yeah. This motherfucker's so dumb. He wrote a report. He connected 2 streets. One of the streets was on the side of St. Titus, downtown on Franklin. Another street was on the Hollywood side of Plan 12. How the fuck you connecting 2 streets? That's all the way across town. Asshole. You know what I mean? He's retarded. The motherfucker. He fell in his head. They call them crystals sometimes. Because you can tell when he starts having problems, his eye starts twitching. It's like he's looking off, and he'll take like 6 months off. He uses that all the time as an excuse. Oh, my vertigo, my vertigo. So check it out. Something happened. Somebody got shot at or something one night. It was Neil, and I believe Kenny and John Lane working. And they sent John Lane down to the fucking police station to wait for the people to come down there. The dumb fuck forgot on his way to the station that the people was coming down and went all the way to Rochester to Sheets to get something to eat. Then on his way back, it's just straight right down the highway. On the way back, he forgot how to get back to work. You're going down the fucking highway and taking the Aliquippa exit, the police station is right there.
Yeah.
That's on audio in the fucking 911 thing, because he called 911, the 911 center, because he forgot how to get to work. That's on fucking audio. You know everything's recorded.
Wait a second. Are you sure that wasn't, like, these people aren't, like...
That's recorded.
I get that it's recorded, but if you know something's recorded, then you call and you act like an idiot for a reason.
What do you mean? Try to get a fucking mental retirement?
Yeah, like...
Put up this thing and was gonna fire him. I saved his ass. John Lane came crying to me, please Joe, don't let him do it, don't let him fire him, blah, blah, blah. I saved his fucking ass. And then he tries to lie on me, trying to fucking put me in jail for fucking 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And then one time...
What?
Yeah. One time, he tried to say I did that fake wiretap, which wasn't a fucking wiretap. I did that shit because Couch was fucking threatening me. And actually, that was the day that the thing got raided.
Yeah.
And John Lane was right there. You hear him on the fucking audio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay, that's neither here nor there. But then, so I'm on paid leave, and John Lane was forever trying to ignore me. Like, he'll see me, and he'll act like he's on the phone, ain't on the phone. Well, one time I caught his ass, like, I was like right there in his face. He's like, what's up, Joe? I was like, hey, go fuck yourself, John Lane. I told him that shit all the time at work, every day. You know he tried to get me arrested? He tried to get me arrested because I told him to go fuck himself. He called the fucking ADA, and the ADA said, what are you talking about? He can say whatever he wants to you. You know what I mean? And the fucked up thing was, I wasn't even fired at that time. I'm still a fucking police officer. You bitch.
What the fuck?
That place is fucked up. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait to blast these motherfuckers, man. I got so much shit. that I want to fucking put out there, I want it to be on national TV so everybody can fucking see it.
I think that's a good place to stop. We got lots of shit. What's up, Mod Squad? Welcome. We'll ask you, what do you think about all this? What do you think? This is Deanna's first time talking some true crime. Good. Mod Squad's in here. Uh-oh, look out. You did good? Oh, thank you. Look at that. Well, thank you for being here. This is our first time, Mod Squad, this is our first time doing, like, you know, we're trying to make it work over here. I just love Aliquippa, and Aliquippa deserves better, and I just want to see that it gets better. Like, there's some really good people there. There's some really good families. And I just think people are getting caught up that shouldn't be getting caught up, and because it's just like a cycle. It's a bad cycle. Oh, yes. You are welcome. And how do you know Terry? Terry's a fan? Oh, here. Is it from the group? I gotta work on my sign language. This is how I can say my name. Lana. That's about all I got. Tired. Again, I want to thank you guys for being here. Sunset Secrets. This is a special episode. There has been a name to go with Savante Gilliam as criminal homicide charges were placed. We used to go to swap meets. What's that? Swap meet, like a flea market together? Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to have to ask Terry how Terry knew about this. So that's funny. But yeah, we'll definitely follow along to see what's up with, you know, them naming Brandon Rivas as the person of, you know, that's responsible. Criminal homicide charges. He is, they want to say there's a manhunt for him. I don't know if I would say that because I don't know who's hunting for him. But I would look in Florida. That's where I would go. Thank you, Deanna. Come back again. I know, right? She's welcome back anytime. And I'm going to work on my signs. You could teach me how to sign. Like, this is my name. Lana. Right? Did I do it? Yes. I can remember back from the days. Yes. But yeah. My tip to law enforcement is to head to Florida. That's where I would go. So, but thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. And everybody in chat, you guys be kind. If you're going to be out on those YouTube streets, be careful. And we're going to do this again. We'll do it again. We got to get your boy. Yeah, yes. We got to get your boyfriend out here too. We'll put him on the screen. So, yes, you better come back soon. But yes, if you guys don't know it, I should put up here. I want to show them just so they can come to the Facebook page. Hold on one second. Let me do this really quick because I want to. Well, here, I'll just, God, why is my thing doing that? I'm gonna go ahead and share it in the community post. I'm gonna share it in the community post. My computer's acting all crazy tonight. I don't know what's wrong, but again, Deanna, thank you so much for being here. Thank you everybody in chat and Mod Squad. You're up kind of late, man. What are you doing, girl? Mod Squad needs to go ahead and oh, she's so sweet. Yeah, look at all the people. They think you're so sweet. There you go. Look at that. We should have Delsha come on panel here. Let's get Sheldon's mom up here. We'll really get Aliquippa going. She's the fire starter, man. She's wild. Thank you. All right, guys. You guys take care. I'll see you guys soon. And then again, keep the Savante Gilliam's family in your prayers, please. And you know, I hope that I hope they have more than just a confidential informant. That's all. So, but thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, cool. All right, guys, take care. Good night. Adios.